Okay, so get this. Someone sent in this blog post about a plant discovery, and it's not just any blog.
Wait.
It's like part 418 of this massive gardening series.
Wow.
So we know the author, Ang, is serious about their plants, but what's really cool is that Ang's a software engineer by day, so we're diving into a world where coding meets chlorophyll.
Huh. That's interesting how those seemingly separate passions can coexist.
Mm.
It reminds me of how people used to think of the brain as having distinct left brain and right brain functions.
Right.
But now we understand it's much more integrated, and Aang's story really embodies that.
Totally. And in this post, Ang is buzzing about this extraordinary plant they spotted on a field trip,
Oh,
initially dismissing it as unremarkable until bam, the bloom stole the show.
interesting.
It's like nature was playing hide and seek with beauty.
Yeah.
Now they're thinking of adding this mystery plant, which turns out to be a golden penda, to their garden.
Okay.
What do you make of that?
Well, you've probably seen tons of flowering plants,
Yeah.
but the Golden Penda is native to northeastern Queensland, Australia.
Okay.
It's not your average garden variety. We're talking about a tree that can reach up to 25 meters tall in the wild.
Oh, wow.
That's like 8 stories high.
Whoa. That's a serious statement plant. I
Uh-huh.
bet it would dominate any garden, right?
It could. But luckily for Aang, when cultivated, they tend to stay around 12 meters.
Okay.
Still pretty impressive.
Yeah.
But think about it. You'd have this towering beauty with cascades of bright yellow feathery flowers, as Aang put it.
Okay, now I'm picturing it, and it sounds amazing. I bet those blooms are a sight to behold. Speaking of which, Aang did include a photo in their blog post, so we'll definitely include that in the show notes for you to check out.
Great.
And you know what else is remarkable?
Mm,
The fact that Aang, despite being a seasoned gardener, needed to research to identify this plant.
right.
It speaks to how even experienced enthusiasts can encounter something new and exciting. Totally. It's like a reminder that the world of plants is always full of surprises. But now I'm curious, how easy is it to actually cultivate a golden penda? What kind of care does it need, especially outside its natural habitat?
That's a great question, and one I'm sure Aang is pondering too.
Yeah.
So let's shift gears and talk about the nitty-gritty of growing this Australian beauty.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I'm ready to dive into Golden Penda Care 101. So we've established that golden pendas are these show-stopping trees.
Yeah.
But what about the practical side of things? I mean, you can't just stick a tropical tree in any backyard and expect it to thrive, right?
You're absolutely right.
Hmm.
While golden pendas are surprisingly adaptable,
Okay.
they do have specific needs, especially when it comes to soil.
Uh-huh.
It's not just about drainage, which is crucial for most plants.
Yeah.
Golden pendas are a bit picky about their pH levels.
Okay.
They prefer slightly acidic to neutral soil.
So if you're dealing with heavy clay or alkaline soil, you might need to do some amending before even thinking of planting a golden penda.
Exactly. And, this is where Aang's software engineering background might come in handy.
Oh, really?
Think about it. Coding is all about problem solving.
Right.
And gardening, in a way, is the same.
Right.
You're constantly analyzing conditions, adjusting variables, and finding solutions to help your plants thrive.
I love that analogy.
Yeah.
It's like debugging your garden.
Exactly.
So let's say Aang gets the soil pH just right.
Okay.
What about watering? Any special considerations there?
Golden pendas have this interesting duality.
Mm,
They need consistent moisture when they're young
okay.
to establish a strong root system.
Mm.
But once they're mature, they become quite drought tolerant.
Oh.
It's like they grow up to be these tough, independent trees.
So you're saying that overwatering could be a bigger problem than underwatering, at least for mature trees?
That's a good point.
Yeah.
You want to encourage those roots to grow deep and strong, and that happens when they have to search for water.
Right.
So deep watering,
Yeah.
but less frequently is the key.
Makes sense.
Hmm.
Now, I know these trees can get pretty tall.
Right.
Does that mean they need constant pruning to keep them in check?
Not necessarily. Golden pendas naturally develop a beautiful rounded canopy, so they don't require heavy pruning to maintain a pleasing shape. However, a light trim after flowering
Yeah.
can encourage bushier growth and even more blooms the next season.
So it's more about enhancing their natural beauty than trying to control it.
Right.
Now, we've talked a lot about care, but what about pests and diseases? Are golden pendas prone to any particular issues?
Generally, they're pretty tough cookies,
Okay.
but like any plant, they can occasionally attract pests,
Right.
especially scale insects and mealybugs.
Okay.
These critters love to suck sap from the leaves, which can weaken the tree.
That sounds like a recipe for disaster. What's the best way to deal with them?
Well, prevention is key.
Uh-huh.
Regular inspection of your trees will help you catch any infestations early on.
Right.
And if you do spot those pesky insects,
Yeah.
there are some effective organic solutions, like insecticidal soap or neem oil.
Good to know. So overall, it sounds like golden pendas are relatively low maintenance once they're established.
Yeah.
But are there any other potential challenges Aang should be aware of?
Well, remember, these trees are native to a tropical climate,
Right.
so they thrive in warmth and humidity.
Yeah.
If Aang lives in a region with cold winters or dry air,
Okay.
they might need to take extra precautions to protect their golden penda.
So it's all about understanding the plant's origins and trying to mimic its natural environment as much as possible.
Exactly. And this is where the real fun of gardening comes in, learning about the plant's history,
Right.
its natural habitat, and its unique needs.
Yeah.
It's like solving a puzzle and creating the perfect conditions for it to thrive.
It's like you're becoming a plant detective.
Yeah.
Now, before we wrap up this part, I'm curious about the golden penda's role in its native ecosystem. I mean, it's clearly a striking tree, but does it have any other significance?
You've hit on a really important point.
Yeah.
The golden penda is not just a pretty face.
Right.
It plays a vital role in the Australian ecosystem. Those vibrant yellow flowers we talked about.
Yeah.
They're like magnets for pollinators attracting bees, birds, and butterflies.
So it's like a biodiversity hotspot supporting a whole network of creatures.
Exactly, and it goes beyond just the flowers. The golden penda's sturdy branches provide nesting sites for birds,
Oh, cool.
and its fallen leaves enrich the soil, creating a healthy habitat for all sorts of organisms.
Wow.
It's a reminder that even in our own gardens, we can create spaces that support the delicate balance of nature.
That's a beautiful thought. So we've covered care, we've explored its ecological importance, but I'm wondering, is there anything else that makes the golden penda unique? Something beyond its obvious beauty and practical benefits?
Well, one thing that often gets overlooked is the bark.
Okay.
It's not just your average brown bark. you know.
Yeah.
The golden penda's bark has this beautiful reddish-brown hue,
Oh, wow.
and it peels off in thin layers,
Okay.
revealing the smooth, lighter bark underneath.
So it's like a constantly evolving work of art.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And this shedding of dark serves a purpose too.
Oh, really?
It helps the tree get rid of any pests or diseases that might be lurking on the surface.
Oh.
It's like a natural defense mechanism.
Wow, I never would have thought about that. So the golden penda is not just visually stunning, it's also incredibly clever.
It's a testament to the ingenuity of nature. And, it makes me think about Aang's journey of discovery.
Yeah.
From that initial unremarkable impression to uncovering all these fascinating details, it's a reminder that there's always more to learn,
Right.
more to appreciate,
Yeah.
and more to be amazed by in the natural world.
Absolutely. And speaking of Aang, they're still on the fence about adding a golden penda to their garden.
Right.
What would you say to them, knowing all that we know now?
Well, I wouldn't want to sway Aang's decision either way,
Okay.
but I would encourage them to consider all the factors we've discussed today.
Yeah.
The golden penda is a remarkable tree.
Right.
But it's not just about aesthetics. It's about understanding its needs,
Yeah.
respecting its role in the ecosystem,
Right.
and being prepared for the commitment that comes with caring for such a magnificent creature.
That's a great point. It's like adopting a pet, but in this case, it's a 40-foot tree.
Exactly.
You need to be ready for the responsibility. But now I'm curious, do you have any final insights about the golden penda before we wrap up this deep dive?
I do, and it has to do with something you mentioned earlier.
Okay.
Aang's unremarkable first impression.
Right.
It reminds us that sometimes the most extraordinary things are hidden in plain sight.
Yeah.
We just need to slow down, pay attention, and be open to the possibility of surprise.
That's a beautiful thought, and it perfectly encapsulates the spirit of discovery. And who knows, maybe Aang's golden penda journey is just beginning.
Right.
Maybe they'll uncover even more fascinating details about this tree as they delve deeper into its world.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
And that's the beauty of gardening, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a constant journey of learning, exploration, and connection with the natural world.
Beautifully said. And with that, let's move on to the final part of our deep dive, where we'll wrap up our exploration of the golden penda and offer some final thoughts for you to ponder. We're back for the final part of our deep dive into the golden penda. You know, as we've been talking, I keep thinking about how much this tree offers beyond just its visual appeal.
Yeah, it really does speak to a broader theme. We've touched on the interconnectedness of things. It's easy to get caught up in a plant's beauty, but the golden penda story is a reminder that even in our gardens, we're dealing with a piece of a larger ecosystem.
It's like a microcosm of the Australian rainforest right in Eng's backyard.
Exactly.
We've talked about its role as a pollinator attractor and a nesting site, but are there any other ways the golden penda contributes to its environment?
Well, think about those falling leaves we mentioned.
Yeah.
They're not just debris. They break down and enrich the soil, providing nutrients for other plants and organisms.
Yeah.
It's a natural cycle of renewal.
So even in death, the golden penda gives back to the ecosystem. That's pretty poetic when you think about it.
It is, and it highlights the concept of sustainability that's so crucial today. The golden penda isn't just taking resources, it's actively contributing to the health and balance of its surroundings.
It's like a model citizen of the plant world.
Exactly. And that brings us back to Eng's dilemma. Deciding to plant a golden penda is more than just an aesthetic choice.
Right.
It's about understanding the responsibility that comes with supporting a plant that plays such a vital role in its ecosystem.
You've given them a lot to think about. So before we wrap up this golden penda deep dive, is there any final advice you'd offer Aang or anyone else considering adding this tree to their world?
I think the most important thing is to approach it with a sense of curiosity and respect. Learn as much as you can about the golden penda's needs, its origins, and its role in the larger ecosystem. And remember, gardening is a journey. There will be challenges, there will be triumphs, but most importantly, there will be a deepening connection with the natural world.
That's a beautiful sentiment to end on. And for our listeners, wherever you are, we hope this deep dive has sparked your own sense of wonder about the plants around you.
Because whether it's a towering golden penda or a humble wildflower, every plant has a story to tell, a role to play, and a connection to the web of life that sustains us all.
And with that, we'll leave you to explore those stories and connections. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
Happy gardening, everyone!